The common thing we hear is that it's still a so-called mystery why the poor innocent woman is attracted to the bad boy. Apparently though, women have the answer, and that answer is, it's not their fault. Now MGTOW, and to be fair, PUAs and others, have touched on various biological and social truths that quite astutely explain some common sense reasons why men and women tend to reflexively act the way they do, and these should be noted for sure. But when we continue to nod and excuse women in their proclamations that somehow bad boys just happen to them, like the rain just happens to fall on them, we need to recognise that these neotenous protective reflexes of girly innocence after they've had their hand in the cookie jar just shouldn't fly anymore to the awakened person. Some random excuses from women are,
I have such bad luck, I just attract bad boys.
No, you choose bad boys.
Women don't choose bad boys, it's just just happens.
No, you choose bad boys. You see, the easy way to tell if an argument is bullshit between the sexes is, unless it has to do with biology and only has to do with morality and ethics, is simply to flip the situation around and see if women would excuse the same behaviour in a man. And predictably, women wouldn't, nor should they. If I, as a man, continually avoided responsibility for my actions and, for instance, said, I just attract strippers, I don't know what it is. It's just just happens, It's pathetically laughable, I know, but just think about how many women give themselves a pass on these personal accountability, ethical and morality issues. And that's the thing about the more intellectual and rational side of MGTOW that I favour. A lot of it centres around holding women accountable for their, quite frankly, childish and arrogant attitudes to people around them. And I'm all for it. Rome is burning as women throw their matches away saying,
Oh my God, who did this? How is this happening?
So here's my view on women and bad boys. My contention is that women aren't constantly with bad boys for the so-called admirable excuse that they feed you, that they want to save damaged bad boys, as they angelically claim, or change them. This whole Beauty and the Beast theory, where they are supposed to civilise men, that traditionalist belief, is horseshit in my view. It infantilises men and tells us we're children without mummy to put us in line. It's projection. No, they, women, choose the arsehole bad boy because he's arrogant, displays power, and often projects what they themselves can relate to, that is, being an arsehole. If they truly wanted to fix a bad boy into a nice guy, as they claim, and the nice guy therefore is what they want in the end, then why do nice guys finish last or continually get friend-zoned? Why, if the nice guy is the final goal of women choosing these bad boys, why does that so-called ideal man at the end, the nice guy, that they say they're aiming for in the end with the bad boy, cause them to fall out of love when the guy's too nice? And the answer is, it's deflection. They never wanted a nice guy in the first place. It just sounds noble and we all swallow it. Oh, poor thing, a bad boy just happened to her again. And we all figuratively put our collective arms around her and say, it's okay, men are such arseholes. Do you see the idiocy of it all, gentlemen? She throws away perfectly good apples, willfully chooses a rotten one, gets sick, and we agree with her that it's the rotten apple's fault. The complete and utter childish and willful avoidance. You chose a bad boy, lady, because you wanted to. It's no one's responsibility other than yours that you chose the ex-con, the tattooed biker, drug dealer, abuser arsehole. Fixing bad boys just sounds better than...
My fault. I get turned on by arseholes. Teehee.
Can you imagine a man with a straight face saying that, whether it's drugs, prostitution, violence or anything, that it just continually happens to him, and that we'd get the same abdication of our responsibilities as men and sympathy, and to top it all off, we deflect the blame onto the drugs or strippers or whatever the vice is. It's stupid, and guys need to, I highly suggest, hold women accountable for it all. I know it's hard for some of you young and horny guys, but you have the advantage of Tinder and online dating now. So there's no excusing everything a woman does anymore because you think it's rare to find a woman. No, there's another fresh woman, probably a better one, just waiting for you in your inbox or mailbox. So it makes excusing irresponsible women short-sighted on your part. Liberate yourself with that thought and don't excuse bad behaviour. There's plenty of fish in the sea. And by the way, I'd also surmise that it's a large part of why women often bemoan online dating today, because this smorgasbord of choices at men's fingertips now won't have a man putting up with her shit. Before the ease of online dating and hookups became the norm, when we used to think she was the only woman in the village and, he should just put up with her no matter what she was like. No, now women are competing online with thousands of other women. She's not just the limited girl he's lucky to come across in his day-to-day life. No, you're less special than ever now, ladies. And despite many of the awful things about online dating and what it does to one's psychology and mental health and the loneliness and the disconnection from people and all that, I fully realise these things, but I'd still say that a benefit for men is that women need to up their game, modify their attitude and improve for a man to choose them, because he's not limited in choosing just you anymore. There are thousands of women knocking on his inbox. Yes, I know there are more men on average knocking on a woman's inbox, but men are more content than women on average with the merry-go-round of sexual variety that online dating offers. And at the end of the day, women generally, I know, but still, women want to nest, or at least have a general default for exclusivity with a particular guy. Guys like to fuck around and have the freedom in their lives. Let me ask you, ladies, if sexual variety is a man's desire and he has that freedom with online dating now, what would make him give that up? A laundry list of demands from you, nagging, baggage, kids from an ex? I mean, seriously, why would he relinquish his self-ownership and freedom now? Think about it. And it makes the bad boy excuse from you laughable. Now, I don't particularly care at my age whether you date or not, and you'll never catch me giving you PUA advice, because I think your life should have you at the centre and not some woman. I'm just offering advice for the pedestrian guy out there that cannot help his addiction to pussy and is frustrated at the game and his own responses to it, as well as the environment he's playing in. Look, I hope this helped, and remember, go your own way, even when around women. Scratch that, particularly when you're around women. Later. The common thing we hear is that it's